The Office of the Parliament celebrates International Women's Day 2022. Gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow.
I was brought up all wrong. My parents lied to me. They told me that all people were created equal. And I learned very quickly that all people aren't. The ones who were less equal than others happen to be women. And this isn't true just of Trinidad. This is true from thousands of generations. Partly, I suppose, because of our difference in strength, etc. It is power relations. And if we are going to go into the future with confidence, we need to make sure that there is equity. There's a difference between equity and equality, okay? Women and men are never going to be equal. Men can't possibly be as important as women because they can't bear children. Women are the ones who have the responsibility for the culture, for the civilization, for giving birth, for nurturing, bringing up children. And I think it was Eleanor Roosevelt, when they were doing the Declaration of Human Rights, that had to fight to have the committee that was drawing up the Constitution and the Declaration to persuade her male colleagues, I think she was the only female, which just goes to show you, on the group, that women needed to have special protection because women get pregnant. Our bodies are different, our roles in culture and society are different. And so what we need going forward is equity. And I must admit that it was a question that I started asking when I was about 7 or 8. Why is it that women are treated so badly? Why are girls not valued as much as boys are? My teachers at school used to make great fun of me for that and date me and get me to be angry so that I would want to beat up the little boy who was harassing me and the other girls. They thought it was funny. I don't think I did. The pressure on women at times like this is always greater than on men. If there is stress, the classic reaction of men is fight or flight. And as we all know, we have a lot of fatherless families in Trinidad because they just couldn't take the pressure. But women don't react like that. Women, it's not fight or flight. Women, it's tend or befriend. I don't know if you were old enough to remember when we had the state of emergency during the coup. And what happened, of course, is men all looked for cutlasses to have under their bed, and women all checked on their friends and their family. The phones were running all the time. 2 or 3 times a day you were checking on the people that you cared about. Parents and women, let's face it, I mean, our role in society is to look after the young and to look after the old. And that tend and befriend pressure is great. As you know, the number of graduates from university the ratio of women to men is about 8 to 2. Most of the people that are graduating from law school, from psychology, social sciences, are women. And a lot of them are very passionate. And I have great faith in them. I mean, they are passionate and they are angry. And yes, I think given a chance, and they're not waiting for a chance, they're setting up their own organizations and their own bodies. They are joining, for example, the Caribbean Center on Human Rights. We have a number of young women who are really passionately interested in law and the development of law. Or I should say the implementation of law, because it's comparatively easy to pass a law. It's very difficult to get it implemented. But you see more and more women moving into higher positions, moving into executive positions, and moving into the traditionally male areas. There are more women police officers, for example. There are more women engineers. There are more women in most of the professions than there used to be. And your second question was, what advice would I give them? It's don't stop being angry and don't give up, because my dear departed husband, whom I love dearly, once said to me when we were having an argument about the position of women in society and that kind of thing. And he said, don't expect us to give up power to you easily. Nobody gives up power easily. You have to fight for it. We had to fight for it. And if you want to take powerful positions in government, in business, in law, you're going to have to fight for it. And he was wise. That's absolutely right. But my advice is keep fighting, and you'll get there.
The Office of the Parliament celebrates International Women's Day 2022. Gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow.